T. We are discussing about the SAP transport management system here. So as part of this one, so in the last session, so we have discussed about the how to configure the domain controller, then how to add the systems into domain controller, then transport routes, transport layers. So these four concepts we have explored, right? So as part of the TMS configuration, what we have done it here, so we have created the domain controller. What is meant by domain controller? To control the systems within the landscape. So within our SAP, within the landscape, like landscape contains development, quality, and production systems here. This is the first question. What is mean by landscape? My landscape contains development, quality, and production. In our landscape, we have ECC, BW, CRM, NetWeaver, portal. So like that, you need to explain to the questions of landscape question here, right? So here, first of all, out of these three systems, we need to decide the which system should be in the domain controller, either the development or production, right? So in maximum production, some people they will go for the development, whatever it may be. Okay, so then we can take it as a domain controller. Then domain underscore SID is the, so we have to configure it here, domain underscore SID here. So domain underscore SID here. So we have to perform the configuration from the 000, either DDIC, STMS underscore STMS underscore STMS transaction code. We have to use it for configuration of the TMS configuration, right? TMS configuration here, right? So same as like here in the last week, in the last session, we have created the configuration here. So let's log into the DDIC user. So then we have our common password. We can log in and we can check the configuration here, right? So we configured development system as a domain controller system here. Development as a domain controller system here. So development system we have configured. Then we have added the production system. We have added the production here. We have added the production into the here. Same 000 client. So then any one of the user then log into the your STMS is the transaction code, then provide the domain underscore ECD. So this configuration we have performed. Then after that, in the domain controller configuration, we have performed the routes configuration and layers configuration here. Here we have the two types of routes here. So one is the two types of routes here. So from development to quality, that route is called the consolidation route. Then quality to production, that route is called the delivery route here. Consolidation, delivery route here. Consolidation, right? Consolidation. So consolidation here, consolidation route and delivery route here. So which means all the developments. So normally, if any landscape minimum, we have the three systems here: development and quality and production system here. So what is the main purpose of these three systems? Means all the development activities you can do it in the development system, then testing activities they will carry out in the here, then in production activities means business live transactions will happen in the what production systems here, right? So that is the one thing here. We can choose it here. That is the one thing here. So the route between, as we discussed, one more example also here, the route between, so here development to quality is called the consolidation. The route between the quality to production is called the, so delivery route here. Then two types of layers here. One is the SAP layer. Then second one is the ZSID layer here. SAP layer and ZSID layer here. SAP layer and ZSID layer here. ZSID means here, so So all the customization objects and standard objects will flow that lane means layer means line. When you enter into the national highway, from any national highway, suppose I will take the example here. So Vijayawada National Highway, from Hyderabad to Vijayawada National Highway. When you are entering to the national highway, so you have the lanes, right? You have the two lanes here, two lanes, maximum three lanes sometimes, right? So small vehicles will go in the one lane, heavy vehicles they will go in the crossing lines, heavy vehicles they will go to in the right side, in the middle line. So like that, they have divided into the road transport, they have divided into the lines into the three types or two types, right? Same here also, SAP divided into the two types here, the layers. One is the SAP, second one is the ZSID. SAP means all SAP layers. So all SAP objects will go via that lane. Customization objects, our developers who will develop, that will go via that line. That is what we discussed in the our previous class, right? It's clear up to here, roots, layers, how to add the systems, how to configure, all those things are, you are clear now. So while performing this configuration, what happened here, so there is a trans directory at operating system level, right? There is a trans directory which is related to the transport. So yes, sir, SAP trans directory here. So when you are performing this configuration, so transport routes, domain control configuration, adding the systems, here at the OS level here, there are the some folders here, bin, buffer, co files and data files. So SAP names, right? SAP names, temp, log, data. So we have the, so data already there, right? So we have the temp log, SAP names, co-files and the data files. So we have the, these folders are that at operating system level in the trans directory. We have the, these folders are there here. So whenever you are performing the domain controller configuration, so it will generate the some configuration file set bin directory. Whenever you are performing this configuration, it will generate the some configuration file set bin directory here. So those are the, those configuration files is called the TP configuration files. TP means transport configuration files here. Those are called the, in the naming convention of the domain underscore SID and domain.cfg. Then TP underscore TP profile, one profile will be created here at operating system level. Just go to the your USR, SAP and trans directory here. There is a bin folder here. In the bin domain.cfg, then TP underscore domain underscore SID. What are the systems are there? All these systems will be available here. All the systems are will be available in this case here. In this case, all the systems are available here, right? The profile will be created here. How many systems are there? How many, that many profiles will be created here? TP underscore domain underscore SID, which means, so all the TMS configuration related details are available in this configuration files in the USR SAP trans under the bin folder. Under the bin folder, all the configuration files are available here. So that is what the configuration files will be stored during the creation here, right? So once the transport request, once the TMS configuration is done, here in the STMS total divided into the three parts here. One is the, so TMS configuration we have done it now. Then transport request like TR creation here. Then TR creation. Then so TR import, TR creation and release. So this is only, this will be done by the your developers, functional. But so TR import will be done by basis team here. Okay, basis team here. So here configuration we have done, right? TMS configuration we have done in the systems here. Then TR creation, the order we have to follow. First configuration should be exist. Then once the configuration is exist here, then what we have to do? Creation, the data we required to import into the systems here, right? So TR creation. TR creation has to be where we don't have any developer. So, but we can also create the transport request here. What is mean by transport request means transport request, which is the container to store the data here. Transport request, which is the container, one kind of carry bag, carry box. So suppose lunch box, we will carry the lunch, right? Carry bag, we will carry the carry bag means what we will carry? We will carry the items, right? Object in our SAP language. So we will call it carry the objects here. Who will carry? The person will carry. What inside of the carry bag, what will be there? In the data, objects, right? So whenever we visit the vegetable market, we will go with the carry bag or they will provide you the carry bag. In that carry bag, they will store the some data, right? The data we will come back with the data. Same concept here. So here transport request is the one of the request, one of the container which will we can store the data, which we can store the data here to carry the data to other systems here. So the transport request, the number will be, it will be like SID. So K9 and number. That is the naming convention of the transport request here. SID means you are creating in the ECD K9. So suppose you are creating the first request, that is the 0001. Then if you are creating the 100 request, that will create like CP 000 Like that, the request 100 means it will create the 100 request like this here. 99. So it will generate the naming convention of the transport request is like this one, right? The naming convention of the transport request is like this, right? So this is the way we have to create the transport request, right? So here the transport request, once we have to create, where we have to create here, we can use the SE01, SE09 or SE10. In any transaction code, you can use it for creation of the request here, right? So let's go to the development system here. Once the configuration is done here in the our development system here, go to the any one of the user. Suppose let's go to the basis user here, right? In the basis user here, so here, so just go to the SE01 transaction code here, right? In SE01 from transaction code here. So here we can just click on the create button, right? Why? Because I'm creating the request here. Carry bag I'm creating. Under that, I will store the objects here, right? Just creating the carry bag here. So here, while creating the request here, we have the types of requests are there here. We have types of request here, types of request. So which type of request you are going to create it here? So one is the customization request or workbench request. So workbench request or transport of transport of copies here. Transport of copies here. So what type of request you are going to create? Customization, workbench request, transport of copies here. Customization means client specific, which means only specific to the that client only, that system only, right? That is the customization request, that landscape, that system only. So which means if you create the transport client specific means only specific to the 100 client and another system 100 client only, right? If you take the workbench request, that is the cross client and repository changes. That is the cross client means any client, any system that the changes will be replicated. That is called the workbench request here. Here take the difference. Customization client means client specific objects will go via this request, right? So means cross client data. You can also go for the other landscape systems and other other systems as flow here. Other systems also we can move to the other systems also. That is what we can do it in the workbench request. Okay, workbench request here. Okay, so this is a workbench request in the landscape here. So in that case, what we have to do, normally the developers will prefer the workbench request here. Let's create the workbench request here. Transport of copies means during the system refresh time to take the backup of the original tables, we will use the transport of copies here. So, but regularly we'll use the either customization and workbench request. In that, the first priority is the workbench request. We will use it here. Here it is asking the description. It is asking the description to create it here. So description, short description here. So what is the description means? What type of request carry bag you are creating? So what type the request is this? So I'm going to create the, suppose like uh, I can say logical system copy. Okay, logical systems copy to production here. That is what I'm going to just giving the short description here. Then already automatically you got the ECQ data. We got it here. Target system source client is the 100 client here. Just click on the create button. Here you will see the one request number is generated. One request number is generated here. This is called the ECD. Under ECD K90000106 means it's 106 request number. Then 107. Why 2? One is the main request, second one is the task, subtask here. So we have to add the objects under the subtask, not the main request here. Main request contains multiple subtasks. Okay, so under the subtask, we have to add the objects here. Okay, just click on the execute, just click on it, then go to the here, then we can add the objects here. So objects means, so what type of data you are going to add it here. R3TR, one of the table request here. Then R3TR, one what table here we can go with this one. R3TR taboo. TABU is the table. Then what is the table name or functional model? So here we can move any data, the types of data here, either programs, code, functional models, tables, so objects, packages, elements, screens, objects, fields, class, any things we can move to the one system to another system. Anything, hundreds of there are n number of things we can move to the one system to other system here. Right? So here, what type of data you are planning to move it here, right? So the types here we can select it. What is the object name here? TBDLS is the table name. This table I want to move to the from development to quality system here. Star means all the entries in the table here. All the entries in the table here. Then select it here. So you have added the objects here. So which means data you have added here, right? So now what's there in this table here? Let's choose here. We go to the SE16, then TBDLS here. Then here we have the entry here. We have the 6 entries here. We have the 6 fields here, right? So at the same time, let's see what's there in the production system also here. Here also 10 entries are there here. Here 10 entries, more than 10 entries are there here. So what we are trying to do here, we are trying to move the development entries here. We are trying to move the development entries to quality system here. So 6, there 10 are there here. We want to move this table entry from development to quality system here. Development to quality, quality to production, right? So suppose some table entries are there. If you want to create again production, you cannot create directly. Why? Because it's a production system. You cannot create the simple entry also, you cannot create directly. It will come via development, quality, production route only. Okay, it will come via this route only. So in the development I have created. Now what I am doing here, I am trying to release. So request you created, data you created now, right? Data you created. This is the data which you created here. This is the data, this is the objects you have created here. Means this table data you want to move to the development to quality, quality to production. Okay, TR creation is done. But who will release it? Who created the TR? That person has to release it. Release means export, taking the export here. Just click on the release directly here. So which means we are releasing the TR here. So when you release the TR here 106, right? It will create the some co-files and data files at operating system level 106. Data file 106 here. So when you release the transport request, it will create the co-files and data files at operating system level. So that is what it created here, right? So co-files and data files got created here. So which means it's created means TR got released. TR got released here. TR got released here. Then once the TR is released, they will ask basis team to import. This is what we have to do it here. The TR import will be done by the basis team. Basis means we daily hundreds of requests we may get to import. So we have to import it one by one in the sequence wise. Sequence wise we have to import it here, right? So TR import here, importing the transport request here. How to import? Okay. So here TR creation release normally developers or functional team they will take care of here. But our duty is the only importing here. But in our class we don't have any developer. That's why we have created the configuration, we have created the request, we have released it. It's very simple. Then we are importing it here. So this is our main priority. So you need to concentrate on the TR imports. That is the main priority TR import procedure here, right? So to import the TR here, what we have to do here? So we will get the request, right? How to import and where to import here, like which transport request here. Then you have to go to the STMS transaction code. Let's go to the import queue. Import queue. Whenever you release the TR, export the TR, it will create the co-files and data files. And also the request will be added to the buffer. The request will be added to the buffer here, the import buffer here. Then if you import the quality, then it will come to the quality buffer. Buffer means this is the one here. So here you click the refresh button, you see the one request will be in the quality. Why? Because one transport request we have created and we have released here. This is in the quality. Select the transport request, click on the import button. Click on the import button. We have to click it out here. Import button. We have to click it out. This is the way we have to import it here. Once it is imported, then we have to go to the production. In the production again, we have to import the transport request here. We have to import the transport request here. So in the quality, we have to import it. Then production, we have to import it here. Quality, we will import it via transport request. Then we will import to the, then once testing is done in the quality, same data we will move to the production system also. Same data we will move to the production system also. We will import it here. right? So quality is the, so here quality system is a virtual system. So we cannot import it directly here. Virtual system means we don't have the real system in the quality. So what I will do, I will forward to the production here. So select the request. Development you have created. Now you want to import to the production. Then select the production request. Then refresh. Refresh it. All the requests will come into the queue. Then select the logical system. Logical system copy, select it. Then so click on the import symbol here. Click on the import the request here. We will get the import request option. Plug symbol here. Just select the import request. Then it will ask the which client you want to import. 100 client, 300 client, 500 client. What is the client? Suppose like 100 client. Select the 100 client here, right? So then once you select it, you want to import the transport request. Why? Because this is our responsibility. Importing the transport request is our responsibility. So they will create it. They will ask you to import it, right? But configuration we have to done it. Then only they will create the transport request. They will release it. Then we have to import it here. Here, so two teams responsibility. TR creation released by the developer or TR owner will be do that one. Then transport configuration and request will be done by the basis team here. In that TR creation is we have to do it in the SE01 or 9 or 10. We have to create the transport request here. So here we have the three types of transport request here: customization, workbench, and transport of copies here. Customization means client specific to the that client only. Cross client means it's a client for all the clients here, all the systems in the landscape, right? So normally developers will prefer the workbench request only. So basis team will create the transport of copies when the time of system refresh or restore time. We will create the that one here. So here types of once you create the request, it will generate the one number. That number naming convention will be the this one. You have to just release the request. Once you release the request, it will come to the import queue of buffer. It will come to the release the request, exporting. Release means exporting. Then it will come to the OS level. It will create the co files and data files will be created here. Then it will come to the buffer, right? So then we can import to the transport request here. While importing, select the target system and go to the HTMS is the transaction code. Select the system, select the client. Then you want to run immediately or after some particular time here. I want to run immediately. Then so go to the options here. What type of options we want to choose it here? You want to import the request again. After this import, you want to override the objects. You want to ignore the component version, anything here. Normally, people will choose the first three and last one. These options we have to select always. Some customers we have to choose it. Some customer we don't require to choose anything. But basically, first three, last one, we will choose it here. Okay. Then click on the OK button. Okay, then request will be imported here. See here, there is a truck symbol, import started, which means the data is getting imported into the ECP system here. So import is running here, means the data is getting imported. So it is done. So it is truck symbol is gone. But here the color is come to the, so green status means it is the 0. Green means it is the successfully imported. There are the types of written codes here, whether the transport request successfully imported or not. To check that one, we have the TR written codes here. Transport request, TR written codes here. 0, 4, 8, 12. 0 is successfully imported. 4 means successfully imported with warnings here. This is the very important here. It means so one or more ob objects are in error. The development issue. 12 means the system error. Basis team has to fix that error here. So this is the transport request written codes after the import here. Here no one will say TR imported successfully or not. By seeing these codes, we have to check that one. Written codes here. RC means written codes here. If it is the green RC0 successfully imported. If it is the RC4 successfully imported with warnings here. These two we can ignore it. Successfully imported. 8 means transport failed with error, maybe syntax error, program error. Then the developer has to fix that error here. Then 12, RC12. RC12 means system error. So what is meant by system error? I will tell you. So written codes, I will explain it clearly. So but first of all, TR creation, TR release, TR import. These three things you should know here. TR import means select the transport request, you can import it here. So what will happen after the import here? So we have imported the transport request into the system. So by this table data, we want to move to the from development to quality. How many entries are there in the development? Same 6 entries. It came to the production also. The production also you have the same. The production also you have the same 6 entries are available here. So which means from this table data you moved. So whatever the table having the in the development here. Previously it was 9 and 10 entries. Now it is so 6 entries only here. See here 6 entries only we have here. So all the entries it is moved here, right? So this is the way we have to import the transport request. Any data we can import it. Without data also we can test it whether the TR is getting imported or not here. Okay, so this is the TR import procedure and successfully import procedure here. So creation means SE01 we will create it, not we. It's by done by the developers. They will ask us to open us to they are asking us to import the request. Then we have to select the request. We have to import it. We have to import the request here. TR import. Okay, so this is the TR import procedure here. Okay, so any questions? This is the way we have to import it here. Creation, configuration is one hand and creation is the other hand, and TR import is the again one more hand of base stream which we have to import it. So select the TR, import it here. Suppose while importing the transport request errors I will tell you, but before that, is it clear till now how to import the transport request, creation and configurations? Any questions, anyone?
Uh, sir, in target system, we will only check the changes. Do we need to do anything apart from that?
The target system side means which system you are going to import. There we have to check it the changes and that's it. But here we need to check the whether TR is failing. Yeah, TR is not getting imported sometimes. We need to check the logs why. So suppose let me explain those things also now. So in case of you have imported to the STMS, you have, so they asked you to import to the production, then selected the production, then they asked you to import it here. Then you have selected the transport request. Click on the import symbol here. Then here, which client you want to import, select that client, right? So then options. So which option you want to import? Normally, every company they will follow first three and last one, sometimes first four, last one option you need to choose it. Why means suppose the object already there, you want to override the objects? No. So you want to yes, just give on this one. You want to import the transport request again? Yes. So like that we need to choose it, click on the OK button, then click on the OK button, the TR will get imported here. TR is getting imported here. You can see it here. While importing the TR here, we have the log. The go to, there is a TP system log here. Here it will clearly show the what exactly happening here, right? It is importing. So normally while importing the TR here, who will help means here. So RFC destinations, TMS ADM user, then so RDD IMPDP job will help. RDD IMPDP job will help to the import the transport request. So I will tell you detailed way. Wow, after the import, I will tell you. But is it clear now? Configuration, creation, and the transport import procedure. This is the one of the
Yes,
topic which we have to do it daily. Every day we have to select the transport request. We have to import to the respective system. Not only one, hundreds of transport requests we may have to do it as part of our daily work. So here we need to work on that. Okay, it's clear. Configuration, imports.
yes,
Okay, now okay, so okay, what I will do, I will explain the. So in case of while importing the transport request, what will happen? Sometimes request will not be imported due to some issues here. How to check that errors here? So transport request troubleshooting logs here. How to check that logs here? Sometimes what will happen? Request will go and 0 and 4. That's fine. 8 also will go. 8 also developers will take care of that one. Sometimes RC12 will come while importing the transport request. RC12. RC12 means it's a system error. RC12 means it's a system error here. In that case, what we have to check it out here? We need to check the TMS ADM user locked or not. Then RFC destinations here. So TMS ADM and TMS SUP destinations here. Then one job RDD IMPDP job, which is responsible to import the TRs, right? In out of these three, anyone is not working, then your transport will not be imported. You will get the RC12. You will get the RC12. In case of so RC, in case of out of these three, maybe user is locked, maybe destinations are not working due to issues. Then job is not working, RDD, IMPDB job. So in case system, so TR will not be moved to the target system here. Transport TR will not be moved to the transports here. In this case, what we have to do? In this case, what we have to do it here. So in case of job is not running, RDD IMPDP job is not running. So what we have to do, where can we detect the issues means in the TP system log. So go to the each and every system, go to the go to and TP system logs we can check it out from here. What's happening in the system. Otherwise, so you have the bin here bin configuration files, buffer, imported transport request, co files and data files. The data will be split into the here. EPS we will use the support pack time. Then log folder. In the log we have the so logs are there here. Just to open the S log here. Here you can see the whether the job is importing or not here. If the job is not importing, you will get the error message like your RDD IMPDP is not started. Like this, it will show the clear information here. So in this case, the job is not running. So this is the important questions here. So in case RDD IMPDP job is not running, so we have to schedule the one report RDD new PP from SA38000 client here. This is the answer you have to give it, which means if the job is not running here, you need to go to the SA300 client, SA38, then RDD IMP DP, RDD IMP DP, we have to select it here so that the job is started. The job will be started here. The job will be started in the systems here. That is what started, no action required here. That is what we have to do it in the systems here. Okay. In case of job is not running, if the job is not running means, so definitely the TR will not be moved. The TR will not be moved in the systems here. So we need to check why the transport request is not importing here. Suppose production we have imported, then We go to the SM30, SM37 to check the job logs here, RDD. See, RDD, this is the different error, different one. The production. This is the production. In case of job is not running, oh yeah, job is running. You can see here. So job is released status means job will run. This job should run whenever you click the import button. If this job is not running RDD IMPDP job, your transports will not be imported. Transports will not be imported into the respective target systems. So in this case, we have to schedule the one report. We have to schedule the one report in SA38 or SE38, we have to schedule the one report here. That is what we have to do it in the systems. Okay, so that is the background job scheduling status here. In case of job is not running, we have to schedule this report from SA38 or SE38 transaction code here. Okay, this is the one here. Okay, so any questions, anyone? So what I will do here, I will create the some transports. We can import it here. In case of if you know how to import, how to create also, you can create it here. TR example 1. Just creating the some transports here. Here directly you can choose the ECP. Okay, why? Because ECP it won't go. Just to release the transport request.
So if we remove ECQ in the landscape, then it will go directly to the ECQ.
Direct ECP. Yeah, we can remove it. That's virtual system we created. That's not required for us. So what we can do, we can go to this one. We can go to the double zero client only. There is a pencil symbol should come. What I will do, go to the, because what is the domain controller? ECP, right? We is choosing the ECP or
ECP.
ECD, D, right? D.
No, the PP, ECP.
Oh, then I think we have to log into the P only, not the D.
No, sir, domain control is development system.
We have,
Yeah, domain D only.
okay.
STMS systems overview. Select the system. Delete. Right. So it is done. Let's go to the roads. D is red. Remove the D. Delete. Delete. Now it's different now. Or you can use the standard content, standard configuration, two systems in the landscape, ECD and ECP. Right? So ECD, ECP. Distribute. Yes, it's done. Configuration was distributed and activated. So now what you will do, now go to the TR creation, click on the create symbol, workbench. Now it's go to, okay, still ECQ is coming, ECQ is coming. Let me go back, starting of the screen. Go back, come to ECSC 01, click transport request here, Yes, TCP con. Now example 2, creating the transport request. Why? Because for you to import, for you to practice, for you to creation, you don't need to add the objects. It's not really not required to add the objects. Whenever you click on the release button, it will export it here. Whenever the export is done, it will create the co-files and the data files here. You can see co-files 110 and data files. It will create the 110 data files and data files. It got created here, right? So like this, we have export it here. So let me do one more creation, 3 transport request. You can also create it here. Click on the create workbench request. So example number 3, select it, truck symbol, which means release it. Release means export. Whenever you export it, it kind of client export import option, but not all the data, only specific data we are exporting and we are importing to the ECP system, production system here. Let's go to the production here. Let's go to the production. So go to the STMS transaction code here. Go to the click on this button, refresh. You will see the data in the how many requests are there here. All the information it will show here in the production system here. Okay, so go to the ECP. So here, let's remove the filters. Someone put the filters now. Yes, you can see the request, example 1, example 2. So all the requests are raised here. Just select the request, click on the import button here, import button, import. Then select the client, which client, select the option, you can import it. This is the purely our work, right? So whenever you will get the request, so I team, please import the transport request. Then we have to import it. So how the request will come, so let me show you here.